I start off in Dutch. Is that okay with you, Bill?
Suits me.
Yeah?
Can I get this?
Okay. Yeah. You are here.
Okay.
Okay,
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there you are. Ik dacht vandaag, today I thought I begin with some new music. Van de week kreeg ik in de brievenbus een cd'tje binnen van Theo van Nieuw junior. Die heeft zijn EP eindelijk uit, Practice Bravado. En dat heb ik jullie laten horen, dat nummer ook, Practice Bravado. Hij is te horen op Spotify, zoek hem op, Theo van Nieuw junior, Practice Bravado. Ik kreeg de cd binnen zoals ik zeg, maar op Spotify vind ik dus de mix niet echt tot z'n recht komen, op cd wel. De cd kost een tientje, ik zou zeggen koop die cd, dan heb je veel betere kwaliteit in huis. En daarna hoorde je One Night in Vegas van Deep Purple. Infinite, het nieuwe album van Deep Purple is net uitgekomen. En ik vond dit wel zo'n te gekke track, ik dacht die moet ik jullie laten horen. En daarna, Down in Egypt Land, Bill Parker. Bill Parker, I introduce you to my listeners. Welcome in my show, welcome to Holland again. This is your second...
Third trip.
A third trip?
Yeah.
Third trip?
Yeah, happy to be here.
Me too. Thanks to Yolanda, you are sitting here in my show.
Yeah.
So thank you, Yolanda Housecore.
You're welcome.
Because you also do very much for musicians in our region, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I love music.
Yeah, but especially singer-songwriters.
Yeah.
Because Saif is coming on with Yiri
Right.
and
Yeah.
Michel Ebben.
Michel Ebben, yeah.
So, are you excited about that, Bill?
Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to seeing two friends that I met the last time here.
Okay.
And it'll be good. We didn't really get to play together last time, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good night, I'm sure.
Please explain to me, Calumet City, Illinois, right? That's where you're from.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Illinois.
Right.
The first thing I think of when I hear Illinois, I think of Illinois Enema Bandits from Frank Zappa. Does that mean something to you or not?
No, nothing at all.
No, that's not your style of music.
Your country.
No. Calumet City is named after the little Calumet River.
Yeah.
The whole, which is probably the most polluted body of water in the world. The whole region is known as the Calumet region. It's steel mills.
Okay.
So that run 24 hours a day. You
Yeah.
know, so they're always going, and everything in the region was based on steel. So yeah, that was it. You know, it's a lot of what now we'd say, you know, ethnic. There's a lot of Poles, or a lot of Czechs, and everything. And then, if I can say, it's also where all the hillbillies moved up from Kentucky when they couldn't get jobs there to come work in the steel mills or at Ford. And so Calumet City, and where I lived in Gold Coast, was like this flat stretch of land. That's where they sent us people who didn't get there soon enough to get established on the north side of town. It was like, put them out over there. You know?
Okay. And your father did, what was the job of your father?
My dad was originally was a jazz drummer.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, he got out of that when a couple of kids showed up. So, but he, for the rest of his life, he was always a big influence on me. I was telling Yolanda today, you know, one of the things he told me was that when I was 13 and he realized that, yeah, I was going into this music stuff seriously, he sort of took me aside and said, "Oh, son, I got to tell you a couple things about being a musician. And the first thing is you're not going to have a good reputation." And it sort of went downhill from there. And I found it was all true, because when you go to meet your 17-year-old girlfriend and her parents say, "Well, you know, Cindy tells me you're a musician. Do you play piccolo? Do you play saxophone?" "No, I'm really kind of a bass player in a rock and roll band." "Oh, where are you playing? At the high school?" "No, we're playing at the Top Hat, or the 12 and 20 Club in Gary, Indiana, which were kind of like notorious strip bars."
Ooh.
So, which is a great education. It's a great place to learn how to play. It beats playing sock hops and street dances, you know, for pre-teens.
Yeah, but for parents-in-law, it's
Yeah,
not
it doesn't
a good,
go over good, you know, and the hair's too long to begin with. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it never worked. It didn't work out, So that's the thing where you realize, hey, this guitar will never walk away from me, and so, why don't you get a haircut, or even better, why don't you get a job? So.
But that was your first encounter with music. Your father playing as a jazz drummer.
Yeah, well, because again, in the Calumet region, we're talking about pre-Beatles, okay?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, because everyone was Polish, like the neighborhood I lived in before we were in East Chicago, Indiana, right across the state line, and everyone was Polish. Some places no one even spoke English. And so the music that you heard people playing or playing on the radio was polka music. So that was the first stuff, and then my dad, I got used to hearing his stuff. He was more into big band type things. I jazz-wise, I prefer like trios and piano, people like Bill Evans and stuff. But yeah, and so he kept an eye, even though musically we might not have been together. He would, when my folks got divorced, he would still keep in touch. Like he'd call me up and say, where are you? Is there any work? So yeah, we're playing at the Hole in East Chicago. It turns out I played some of the same dives he did, and so that was always good, Yeah, playing at the Hole, Pop, So, so that was interesting. That was good.
You can say, I'm working.
Yeah, that was it.
Right? Yeah.
And again, it beats the steel mills, which was another thing he told me. He said, I don't care what you do, don't ever go to jail and stay out of the steel mills. And I've managed both, so...
Yeah, but is it how do you call it, a bad job in the steel mills?
Yeah, it'll kill you. Yeah,
Okay.
It's a killer job, because it's so, the heat is intense. I'll tell you, my grandfather was a supervisor at Inland Steel, and you could go on tours. They didn't take you down on the floor, but behind these glass panels, and you could look and see what's going on. And I was just a kid, and I'd never seen any Hieronymus Bosch paintings or anything. But when I got older and saw visions of this is what hell looks like, that's what the inside of a steel mill is. And it's incredibly hot and loud and noisy, and it just takes years off your life.
Okay.
You get old. When you're 40 years old, you look 65 or older because it just takes it out of you.
So you are very happy that you're there.
Oh, yeah.
To do music.
Yeah.
I wanna again. I'm gonna play you right now. I
Sure.
see you want to play live.
Always, whenever you're ready. We got 2 hours.
Ja. Listeners, he's gonna play live for us. Hij gaat echt voor ons live spelen hoor, echt waar. Maar ik wil even een liedje draaien. I want to play a song again from your album Nederland. And I have some questions about that.
Okay.
But first I want to listen to Never Been So Happy to Be Home.
Okay.
Gaat het wel? Gaat het goed? Ja toch?
Yeah, sure. You're all smiles. It's all good. I think I already forgot the lyrics of the short song.
I made the big bucks, baby. I had a real nice car. Played house
Yeah.
sometimes,
Respect, hoor.
but
Ja.
sweet talk only goes so.